Hey everybody, Jim Canale here, America's real estate cash flow expert, author of the book Live the Real Estate Lifestyle, and the Real Estate Lifestyle radio program you hear right here on AM 860 WWDB. We're in the studio right now. It's after the show. The show is over, and we've got joining us here, Mark McIlvaine is with us, a Real Estate Lifestyle member, and we want to spend a little time with him, getting to know a little more about what it is he's doing and how he got to where he's at. Also in the studio is my business partner, Joe Hurst, who's the head of our Real Estate Lifestyle money-making acquisition team, and Vic Milbourne, who's in charge of our construction management. You can see all the projects that he's running right now online at youtube.com/Philly Investor, all one word. And of course, you can find out what we're up to here at Real Estate Lifestyle online at realestatelifestyle.com. So, Mark, we welcome you to the after party, really, is what it is. This is where we all kind of sit around, drink some Starbucks, and, raise our glasses. And $6 now. $6 it is. And, but I want to talk a little bit about, what got you into this whole real estate investing thing? What was it that got you thinking, hey, real estate might be the thing for me to begin with?
When I dated my college girlfriend at the time, I talked to her father about real estate, and he said he was able to pay for her education and her brother's education by investing in 2 properties that he owned for many years. And this is Villanova. We went to Villanova. Villanova wasn't cheap then.
Yeah, Villanova's still not cheap.
Still not cheap now, right?
Exactly.
So I was thinking, God, that really piqued my curiosity about real estate. Then I read Rich Dad Poor Dad shortly thereafter, and my buddy bought a house shortly thereafter, and I saw him living in his house with 2 tenants, cash flowing. And I think he had to pay like $100 a month for right after college for his living expenses.
So this guy's fresh out of college, and he's got other people paying his mortgage for him.
And then I did the same thing. I copied him. I bought a place and had 2 people living with me, and my mortgage was $900, and they were paying $750 out of the $900. It was awesome.
That's one of the things that we teach people at Real Estate Lifestyle is, first thing you do, it's a copycat business. First you find a successful cat, and then you copy that cat. You just do exactly what it is he's doing, and you could be successful too, because 90% of the people out there are, they're unhappy. Matter of fact, USA Today survey, they found out that 74% of all employees are dissatisfied with their jobs. They either are not happy with the benefits, or they don't like the amount of money they're getting paid, or they don't like the number of hours that they're working, or they can't stand their boss. 74%, but yet they all still go to work, right? Well, there's a small handful of people, ladies and gentlemen, that have decided that, this corporate rat race is not for me anymore. But I know that a lot of you have fear of getting started. And that's why we're talking to Mark McIlvaine in the studio as the after show, because I think it's important that you have an opportunity to meet somebody who's done exactly that. So it took you a little over a year to quit your job. You did this first deal. How scared were you?
I've done a couple different deals, but on that first one, before I took the course, it was, I bought the property wrong. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I overpaid for the property, bought a property with no equity. It barely cash flowed. It's doing well now, but it took me a while to get to that point. I took the course, and I learned what I did wrong, and so I can fix what I did wrong on the next deal. And that next deal was the one where I got $10,000 cash out in my pocket and $200 a month in my pocket thereafter.
So that's a pretty nice guess.
Bought it for 50 cents on the dollar. Put $25,000 into it. Still have a bunch of equity in the property, and like you said, the amortization is tremendous because my tenants are paying for my mortgage and my insurance and taxes and interest.
So that's a pretty nice upgrade over the first deal.
Significant upgrade.
Okay.
But I learned that as a result of taking the class. I learned that I bought my first property wrong. I bought this one right.
So now you have a system, you have a formula to follow.
I got team members.
You've got a team.
I didn't have a team before.
You have a model to work off of.
Exactly right.
And you have coaches that can guide you through the process.
Exactly right.
Now I know Vic has been working with you quite a bit, correct?
Right, that's correct.
And let's talk about your relationship with Victor Milbourne for a few minutes, because I know you guys are doing a bunch of things together right now, and Vic is a pretty strong coach and very strong team member.
Sure.
So why don't you guys, clue me in on what it is you guys are
right
doing.
after in the fall, I first met Vic, and he was tremendous just in terms of the education. He spent a couple hours on the phone during periodic sessions, calls rather, and just educated me on where to invest, where not to invest, where certain things were happening in the city, where to
To avoid.
Where to avoid? Exactly right. He helped
Because you
me
were
out.
always up until that point, this fall, you were always investing in the suburbs.
Correct. In the suburbs, and I got property up in Pittsburgh, but I was kind of scared to come into Philadelphia. I don't know why. It's one of those things. I go back.
just
and
the rumor
why,
mill, you know?
Why was I
But it's a
scared
simple
of
fear.
going into Philadelphia? And it's a tremendous place to invest. When you think about the taxes and the cash flow, it's unbelievable in terms of. So that's one of those lessons learned that I had. I should have come to Philadelphia a hell of a lot sooner.
Well, what makes Philadelphia so unique that it's made such a dramatic difference for you in terms of cash flow?
Well, the taxes are low.
Real estate
right?
taxes.
Real estate taxes are low. The rents are comparable to what you can get out in the suburbs, and the price is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but with the taxes being so low, you can make a higher cash flow with the same, with the same amount, with the same tenant value in a property.
And your purchase price is lower.
Yeah, and
the
your
purchase price
lower.
here, from my experience, has been lower than what it was in the suburbs, in Norristown and whatnot.
In Norristown, et cetera, right? So that was my experience as well, because that's where I started, was in Norristown, because, well, isn't that where everybody starts if you're from Pennsylvania, right? Unless you live a little further north, then you start at Pottstown or whatever, or Reading. But, I went to Norristown too, and I just had such a hard time finding a deal that worked, simply because the real estate taxes were so high.
Right.
And that was a big challenge for me. And that actually pushed me into Philadelphia. I didn't want to start there. I was scared to death of Philadelphia too, like so many people are. And so do me a favor, what I would like for you to do, because I started in that place and I could say it all day long, here's why Philadelphia's great. And you've just said 3 top reasons, right? The prices are right.
Absolutely.
The prices for value are definitely right. Real estate taxes are dirt cheap. And you can get comparable rent. You get the exact same rent in Northeast Philly as you, or in South Philly as you can get in Bucks County or Montgomery County.
Right.
So, we're talking local real estate here. I know there's a national audience watching this video right now, but guys, think about it in terms of where you live. In the metropolitan areas, one of the things you're looking for is, where is there a massive density of real estate, of cookie cutter, exact same style real estate, so that you can deal with a lower tax cost. Because if you have a choice, put the money in your pocket or put it in Caesar's pocket, which one do you choose?
Right.